To sever means to cut out or to separate. The doctrine of severability or separability is a very simple concept. If there is an enacted law, part of which violates any fundamental rights, then the court will try to apply this doctrine of severability on that law. If the specific part of the law that conflicts with the fundamental rights can be clearly identified, and the conflicting part can be cut out or separated or severed from the rest of the law, and if the remaining part of the law can still function without the separated part, then the remaining part of the law will continue to be valid. Only the separated part will be deemed unconstitutional and void. The basic rules here are that this doctrine will apply to partially unconstitutional laws only. If a law is mostly unconstitutional, then there is no point in trying to sever or to separate anything. The courts will assess the independence and the interdependence of the provisions to assess the severability of the conflicting parts. And only those provisions which do not affect the main purposes and the actual functioning of the law are severable. Otherwise, it will lead to a meaningless situation where the key parts of the law are severed and the inconsequential or the less important parts of the law remain effective. The idea behind this doctrine of severability is to prevent an entire law from becoming invalid just because of some conflicting provisions. It also prevents a so-called legislative vacuum, which is a situation of no law governing a specific subject, because the entire law that governed the subject has been deemed invalid because of some conflicting parts. In the A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras case, the court used this doctrine of severability to decide that just because one part of the Preventive Detention Act violated Article 14 of the Constitution, the entire law is not invalid. Only the offending part can be severed and the rest of the law will remain valid.